Episode 2 of the Daily Dozen. That's JasonJewelScout.com. I'm Jared Cohen. We normally bring you the recruiting roundup powered by Rock and Refuel Varsity. Jason, get us started for episode number 2.
Keith Brown, if you don't know the name, go Google his huddle film. He's from Copper Canyon High School, not known as a hotbed for college-level players, but Brown is a defensive back, and he is just a hitter. You watch him, special teams demon, runs downfield, making big-time plays. I really like this guy. Again, Copper Canyon not known as having a bunch of four-year level type prospects, but Brown is going to be one.
The school that is known for that level of prospect is Hamilton. Two guys on the defensive side of the football that I'm going to go over. Kyler Burke, the first one last year, dynamic playmaking receiver and also on special teams. He's going to spend a lot more time on the defensive side of the ball playing DB for the Huskies. They're moving him over there. That might be his next level approach, but they are still going to play him on offense. And if that's the case, Jason, he'll be the first two-way player at Hamilton during the Steve Bellis era. Pretty cool accomplishment for Kyler. And then on the defensive line, Emmanuel Byarm, him and Trey White, dynamic bookends on the defensive line. Byarm, big guy, rushes the passer hard hitter. He'll be a next-level player. Two big threats for the Husky defense.
I'm staying on the west side. Glendale, going to Apollo High School. Stefan Canada, throwback guy. I like those old-school type of guys. Canada plays middle linebacker, plays running back, rushed for 800 yards as a big running back, fullback type, was one of the section's leaders in tackles. Two-way type player, going to be a stud again for Zach Threadgill and the Hawks over there at Apollo High School.
I'm going to go two Saguaro guys in a row, starting with a newbie to the Saguaro program. That's Julian Carter. Played the last couple seasons over at Horizon. Very good wide receiver, big possession, very underrated speed. He's committed to Boise State. He's going to be playing on both sides of the football. You'll see him at safety as well, so a big presence at the back end of the Saguaro secondary. And then a linebacker that I absolutely love, Brant Casey. This guy is a team captain as a junior for one of the top programs in the state. Speaks volumes of the type of guy he is. He's got a great knack for the football. Middle linebacker, does a great job going in between the gaps and rushing and getting into the offensive backfield, and is a fantastic tackler. He's going to have a breakout season statistically for the SaberCats.
The games are won and lost in the trenches, and you know I love those trench guys, and I'm going to rattle off three names on the defensive line all here in a row. First, Desert Edge, defensive tackle Trevor Chaddock. Big kid, 6'2", 280 pounds, guy that's been playing on varsity since he was a sophomore, all section last year. I love his ability. Then Thomas Chisholm, Chandler High School. Now, Chandler in the past has not been known as being a team with a bunch of guys in the trenches, and that's why they haven't been that next level type of team until last season. Chisholm is a very good presence in the middle there for the Wolves. Then Malik Clark, guy that we've spotlighted here in the past, freshman for those Moon Valley Rockets, had 5.5 sacks as a freshman. Guy that I think is going to be just tremendous and going to be a Division I level player for Sam Jacobs and Moon Valley.
Speaking of guy that's been playing on varsity since a freshman, that's Quinton Clark over at Show Low High School. This guy literally does everything for this team. He's a quarterback, receiver, safety, kick return, running back. He does a little bit of everything. Last season, playing mostly the wide receiver position, 9 touchdowns, 785 yards receiving. But like I said, they like to give him the rock and try to throw it to mix things up. He is one of the studs for a Show Low team that should be one of the top small school programs in the state.
If you're a fan of our recruiting roundup show, you'll hear me say this quite a bit. Big kids that have good grades get recruited. Creston Coolidge at Valley Vista High School is a guy just in that mold. Going to be a junior, 6'5", 285 pounds, and a 4.0 GPA. Getting a lot of interest right now. San Jose State, Arizona State, been to a whole bunch of camps. A guy that I think is definitely going to play at the next level.
Chase Cord to wrap up this episode, quarterback out of Sunrise Mountain. This guy's a flat stud. He is just fantastic to watch play football. Saw him multiple times last season, just under 2,300 yards receiving. He had 33 touchdown passes, 12 rushing. He is the heart and soul of this Sunrise Mountain team that looks to get over a hump in 2015 to make a further push through the playoffs after getting upset early by Cactus last year. That's it for episode 2 of the Daily Dozen.